When planning for my series, I wanted to figure out how to do the Arlesdale engines in wooden railway scale. I didn't want to use the wooden railway engines as that would look stupid, and the only thing I had in scale probably to interact with those were the Lionel engines and the 70th anniversary Thomas. Spoiler alert, this wouldn't work, as Duck and his friends aren't around in these ranges. Also, am I really going to be using Lion now? But I figured that I would use them when the standard gauge engines weren't on screen. I also didn't want to use the take and play engines because of those stupid magnets. I was originally going to use minis, as that was easy, and I was on a minis custom kick. But I shoved the idea, and I left the Arlesdale engine so I could explore them next season. In 2021, I got access to a 3D printer. As you know, I went crazy with this. I have nearly a full container of just 3D printed rolling stock. I have probably over 50 pieces of rolling stock thanks to these things. If you want something in this bin, commission me. Okay, add over. But one day, I had a thought. What if I make them out of resin? This could work because of how tiny these things would have to be, and they didn't need to be super detailed. So, that's what I did, and this video will go over what I call the Arlesdale Project. Before any big ideas, there usually is a pilot scheme, or in this case, the original two. My first models I made were of Sigurd and Frank. They really were the only engines I would need, as the episode I was planning called for them only. Again, I would use the minis idea for the steam engines. I cancelled this idea as I thought it was stupid that this was how I would do it, so I pushed the episode back to Season 3, which would become Patience Sigrid. Anyways, back to the models. I designed them in Tinkercad around the beginning of 2022. I then printed both individually and painted them in their respective colors, using a mix of acrylics and spray paint. They were soon done, and I like how they came out. Here's a closer look. They are definitely the roughest, and it really shows, but I feel for their tiny size, they are pretty good. The only thing I don't like is how crap they look compared to the others. You can tell when I made these things, and I don't think that they aged very well. However, it's not like you're going to see these for very long on screen, so it's alright. It took a while before I picked up this project again. With the props I had to make for Season 3, I knew the Arlesdale project should be mostly completed. So in January 2023, I made the designs for Mike, Rex, Bert, Jock, and some rolling stock in Tinkercad. Then I printed them in resin. Afterwards, I began painting. Mike and the coaches were spray painted, and then other colors and details were done in acrylic, but the rest were all acrylic. Here's how they came out. I love how cute they look and how much detail is packed into such a small package. For size comparison, here's a wooden railway duck, a custom wooden railway Rex, a take-along Skarloey, and a minis duck. It's not even as big as minis. I like Mike the most if I'm being honest. He looks so cool. Then we have the rolling stock, which are 3 open coaches, 2 closed coaches, and 2 ballast cars. If you've noticed with the engines in the ballast cars, the Arlesdale logo is just a scribble, and to that I say, I will never be able to write at that scale. My handwriting is messy as it is. However, during this phase, I looked at Jock, and I hated him so much. He was so inaccurate, and just looked awful in the end. So I sanded him down, and used Milliput to sculpt a dome and fix the tender. Then I completely repainted him, and he looks so much better. It was worth putting all the extra effort into it. Now to put effort into making a wooden railing model of him. Finally, we have the Blister Twins, my latest part of the project. The Blister Twins were designed in August of 2023 and printed in September. I tried spray painting them, but the paint ran out. So I printed 2 new ones and hand painted them instead. So yes, the customs in the yard was a lie. Kinda. They won't appear in any videos, but I feel for completion's sake I needed to make them. They are my least favorite, as I feel they were very rushed, but I think they came out fine. With that, this is the Arlesdale Project. This is a cool project to work on, and I feel the pieces fit the puzzle very well. And now for a special announcement. I'm releasing the files for these for free, so you too can have your very own small Arlesdale engines. These are preferably made for printing in resin, but you could use PLA if you dare. The drive link is in the description. That'll be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one.